Welcome to Newegg TV. My name is Anthony, and today we're going to take a look at the InWin BR665 case. Let's go ahead and crack it open and take a look. Alright, so we have the case out here. You'll notice that it's got a lot of mesh in front, for airflow. Most of these pieces come out right there on the front. 2 clips. Open it up, you have access to your 5 1/4 bay. Right below it, you have access to your floppy bay. So very, very easy to work with. Now, of course, here you have your power button, USB 3, 2 USBs, and then your audio and mic. Down here, you have access to your fan. So we got 140 millimeter up front. And then, of course, you have access down here. Now, technically, there's a few different configurations you can use this for. But right now, standard setting comes with the fan, and then there's a 3.5 cage underneath. Let's put those back on. So if you spin it to the side, you've got a full mesh grill here with room for 4 120 fans, 120 millimeter fans that you can throw on there. Take it to the back. You have your 4 PCI card slots, of course your motherboard I/O, and then your power supply is bottom mounted. You'll notice here you also have the water cooling grommets, and then of course a grommet for the loop back for the USB 3.0. Now on this side, pretty basic, except you have a little venting right down here. We'll get into that. There's a good amount of space between the motherboard tray and this panel, and there's some real nice features in there. So let's go ahead and take the side off and see what we have inside. Now, surprising for the size of the case, there's a lot of space in here. So you'll see you have your bag of the side rails for the hard drives, your screw hardware, and they've even included some of these cable mounts. So you can just stick them anywhere in the case that you need to organize your cables, and you're good to go. Just clip everything in. So that's a nice little addition from them. So down here you have room for 3 3.5 inch drives, or it's also got mounting brackets at the bottom. If you're using a 2.5 inch drive, it's got the bolt holes, so you can use 1 2.5 and 2 3.5s above it. Or if you remove this inner cage entirely, you can put another 5 1/4 drive in here. Now as we go up, of course, you see that fan that we saw from the front. So up top, we have the 5 1/4 bay for your optical drive, the 3.5 bay for floppy or a hard drive, and then right below that they've hidden a mount for the 2.5 inch drive. So as we move through here, you'll see that this is that front panel. It's got all your cabling coming back. Here's your USB 3 loop back that you would run through here. And then from there, of course, you have your rear cooling fan and the PCI slots with, of course, the quick releases, toolless. Now on the bottom, you have your power supply mount with the filter. So that way you can keep that clean, keep the air flowing. One of the really cool things we noticed about this though was the fact that this is all finished on the inside. It's well painted, plus the edges are well rolled, so that way you don't cut yourself. It's a nice soft edge, and a nice cutout for the CPU backplate. Now when looking at this as well for cable management with this cutout and everything, you have these cutouts here and you have a good amount of room back there. So you can run your cabling, you have all that space, makes life very easy. Now with this cage at the bottom, this cage comes fully out, so that way you can make any changes in configuration. So you pop these off, turn around to the front, pop those off. slide through. And that gives you access to the inner cage. And also, you know, if you want to get access, change out the fan, anything like that, that's how you would do it. Now this case states that it can fit a full 32 centimeter video card, a full 12 inches. So we're going to put that to the test right now. And as you can see, because of the way that they've laid out the drives and all the fans, this configuration here allows you to run a full ATI Radeon 5870 graphics card with space to spare. So overall, we really like this case. Even though we've only had a few minutes with it, there's a lot of things that really impressed us. The attention to detail and the finish on the interior, these cool, easily removable mesh panels to get to anywhere where there might be dust or just to make modifications, and the drive layout, which is innovative and gives you more space on the inside. So that's been our review of the InWin VR665 case. My name is Anthony, and thank you for watching Newegg TV.